Honorable Union Minister for Law, Justice, Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, to please address the gathering.
Respected Justice Madan Lokur, respected Justice Sikri, Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, Justice Menon, Justice Bhatt, Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, retired judges, panel lawyers, PLVs, Secretary Law and Justice Alok Srivastav, Secretary Legislative Mr. Raju, ladies and gentlemen. After such an exciting encouragement to those who have performed well, I don't think I wish to bore you with a long speech. I never knew that his Sikri has such a big poet in him. I knew it for the first time. And his observations has also tempted me to draw upon a line of late Atal Bihari Vajpayee's poetry, which is so apt today. Mana andhera bahut ghana hai. Mana andhera bahut ghana hai. लेकिन एक दिया जलाना कहाँ मना है. Vajpayee ji with his saral Hindi used to give a lot of extraordinary powerful sentiment. And in my very considered view, legal aid must be motivated by passion, commitment, and above all, emotion. These three must be blended together to make it a movement. I'm so happy. I wish to congratulate all those who have been awarded today. But since all of you who are present here constitute the core of the NALSA movement, I wish to share some of my larger understanding of this narrative. I shared some of it while speaking on the Constitution Day. When India became free and Constitution was enacted, our founding fathers consciously chose to trust the ordinary man to govern India, regardless of his race, religion, income, region, sex, or literacy. And why it is very important, don't forget, India suffered the scourge of partition. Millions have been killed, millions have been displaced. Yet, the enormity of the foresight and statesmanship of founding fathers was to trust the ordinary man. And that trust stands vindicated today. Common man knows who is he, what he is entitled to, and how he can change the destiny of India by simple franchise at the state level or national level. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very clear as a student of India's Constitution. India's Constitution is not just a document of empowerment. India's Constitution is a profound document of inclusion. And this blending of the empowerment and the inclusion is what makes our Constitution so extraordinary, now being globally feted. I see access to justice in that larger narrative, because access to justice is basically a manifestation of a resurgent, robust, democratic governance. Because democratic governance will never become meaningful unless there is a robust justice delivery. And this robust justice delivery for whom? Not only the privileged, not only the rich, not only the elite. If the access to justice has to be inclusive, taking cue of the inclusive character of the Constitution, it must have the poor in the narrative. And what makes me very happy today, that when I see this movement, I was just talking to Justice Lokur on the stage, that you are going beyond the realm of your mandate. Yes, legal assistance is important, but should you keep quiet? if you need to become active to empower them for healthcare, for addressing the issues of labor plight, or bringing certain their deepening concern to the notice of the administration. That is what inclusive NALSA movement. And for that transformation happening in the NALSA movement, I wish to deeply felicitate, congratulate all the paralegal volunteers, both as an Indian and also the Law Minister of India. This I want to tell you. The young men from Dumka in Jharkhand, one of the backward districts of erstwhile Bihar, now Jharkhand. Someone came from Nagaland. And this, I also wish to congratulate Justice Lokur and his entire team and the jury also. That this recognition of the transformation of the NALSA movement is a very, very defining moment of this whole access to justice movement for which NALSA was created. I can tell you, this movement must get further acceleration. Why it is important? Because moving in the entire country for the last so many years, seeing the pulse of the people for the last so many years, it is these kinds of movement in their own way will change the entire country. Political work will keep on going. But there ought to be a narrative beyond the political process. And the NALSA movement is filling that gap by becoming a big flame of empowerment in the hinterland of India. I remember a very interesting instance. My Prime Minister is a man of very extraordinary ideas. How we have changed the narrative. Now Prime Ministers, as happened today, therefore I am sharing, that why Padma Award is so confined to the big cities. How much poor have a stake in that? And then we learned the story of Karimul Haq, who used to work in a tea garden in Jalpaiguri in Bengal. He used to stay in hills. His mother passed away because the ambulance could not reach that inaccessible area. And what mission he took? He became ambulance Baba, because anyone who is seriously unwell, he used to tie him or her on his motorcycle along with his vest strapped, and he used to rush them to the hospital. He has saved thousands of lives. This story was brought to the notice of the PMO, and they talked to them, and then Mr. Modi took the line. Karimul, tum Delhi aao, tumko is baar hum Padma Shri de rahe hain. You deserve this award because you are the change agent. When I see young men from Dumka or in Nagaland or far-flung areas having this flicker of hope, they are enlightening the sense of empowerment, which is the beacon of our constitution. Justice Madan Lokur, I wish to congratulate you for this booklet. And Justice Manju Goyal, you are doing a good work. I have seen all your third book also. They are very good toolkits. But the best thing today is for Kargil and Leh. I have traveled extensively in that area. Twice to Kargil, 3-4 times to Ladakh, interior also. And while going to Kargil, I always felt it is so difficult to reach there. Yet people stay. And for 3 to 4, Mrs. Geeta Mittal, I would expect you to visit those areas. As a Chief Justice, spend some time there. I spent 4 days there. And whenever winter comes, they keep on making preparations to have their vegetables all in cold, because 3-4 months the area becomes completely inaccessible. But for the people of those areas to have access to justice, is NALSA has thought, it is really commendable. And I would direct Alok, if something is to be done to make that more successful, my Department of Justice must be very, very proactive. In fact, I would expect, along with NALSA, please work out a proper scheme based upon the model of Kargil and Ladakh as to how inaccessible areas can be more effectively connected to the NALSA movement. Well, today is not the day for what is to done. Number is very good. The statistics is very good. We need to keep it further. But for my panel lawyer friends, I have a suggestion to give based upon my own experience. Keep the passion and fire within you. The Sikri and Justice Lokur have heard this experience of mine. When I commenced my law practice in Patna High Court in early 80s, I had taken up legal aid in a very, very big way. It was the days of infancy of PIL. And this instance is nothing about me. It is only for you to understand how you have to work. One day I read in a newspaper, Indian Nation, that one Mohammadin Mia is in jail in Hazaribagh for 49 years. He was a murder accused. I had just begun my law practice, hardly 1 year. I filed a PIL in my name, attaching that newspaper. My goodness, what a big dressing down I received from the judge. You new lawyers, all the procedure haywire, do not have any courtesy. I kept on arguing. Finally, the notice was issued only on the condition that if the news is found to be incorrect, I will suffer the consequences. And this was recorded in the order. I took a risk. There is something very emotional thing happened. One day, a very elderly person came to meet me. You are Ravi Shankar Prasad? I said, yes. Have you filed this case? I said, yes. I am the nephew of Mohammadin Mia. I work in Assam. And my father was dying in 1949, and he has taken a vow from me that you will locate my brother who got lost from 1929. And every year I come from Assam and spend time in Motihari, from where he was taken. It so happened he was accused in a murder case. There was some problem in his brain, and the trial was stayed because he could not face the trial, and the society forgot him. Ultimately, I got him permission to visit him. I got him released, and then I was on the upper hand. I got a princely compensation of 25,000 at that time for this long arrest. My young panel friends, lawyers, today I have something very emotional appeal to make to you. And what is that? That is my concluding take. Destiny has been kind to me. I became modestly successful lawyer in Patna High Court, became a senior advocate at a very young age, became a minister in Delhi in Bajpayee government at a very young age, again a senior minister in the Modi government. When I shifted to Supreme Court, in spite of my pressing preoccupations politically and parliamentarily, I could modestly get a successful stint as a lawyer. In spite of all these achievements of mine, for which I am grateful to the destiny, the faint smile of hope which I saw on the face of Mohammadin Mia when he came to meet me after 49 years in open air remains the biggest trophy of my life. These poor people will not give you fee, but their blessings work a lot. And it brings a great sense of personal satisfaction. I congratulate you for having got award today. But this award should only impel you to work more and more with greater passion, greater emotion, and greater commitment. If that happens, because mind you, it is not a professional work simpliciter. And for my panel lawyers, I have 3 suggestions to make. Please visit jails. Get the details of all those under trial whom you can try, who are in jail, almost suffering more than 50% of their detention as an under trial. They are entitled to bail. Do the same for women under trial prisoners, for juvenile. The second suggestion, be very proactive for bonded laborers for our children in brick kilns and other places. That also remains a very scourge for us. I want all this to become a movement. And thirdly, keep legal literacy in the forefront of your initiative. Because people of India have become very aware. And I have one only experience as an IT minister. We have got a big movement of common service centers. And I have in a pilot project in Bihar, UP and Northeastern Kashmir, they give legal aid, their digital kiosks. There were 44,000 poor people, marginalized people have got legal aid through pre-legal aid clinic. Other initiatives we have taken. But what is important is keep it a mass movement. My concluding take about Justice Lukur today, he was retiring effectively on 30th, but yesterday was his last working day. And today I think is the last function I am going to attend with him in capacity as chairman of NALSA. It remains my duty to publicly compliment him for the great leadership he has given to the entire NALSA movement. This is no disrespect to his predecessors or successors, but Justice Lukur showed a lot of passion. And I have been dealing with Justice Lukur both as a law minister and as an IT minister. This whole digitization process in which the Indian courts have done great work in quest of digitization all over the country is also a testimony to his great leadership. Therefore, the benchmark which Justice Lukur has set, I am sure, would be carried forward with equal elan by his very worthy successor, Justice Sikri, whom I know so well, who is again a person with great creativity, commitment. And today I have learned that there nestles a poet in his heart. So if a judge is a poet, commitment comes very faster. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.